In case I got cut off on my last video on number 42, you can basically just disregard it. You don't even need to really worry about that. All right, 43, this is using the sum and difference formula. I see I've got a cosine minus a sine. So when I look on my sum and difference formula, that is using the cosine of u, and I have to figure out, is it plus v or minus v? Because there's a subtraction here, and that's my top sign, over here my top sign is plus. So this is actually cosine of u plus v. And u is 75, v is 40, and 75 plus 40 gives me v for an answer. It says write the given expression as the tangent of an angle. Again, I see this formula here and I recognize the sum and difference formula. My top sign is positive, my bottom sign is negative. So when the top sign is positive and the bottom sign is negative, that's using the top signs for both. So when I go over here, the top sign is also plus. So this is another tangent of u plus v. U is 7x, v is x. So what is 7x plus 1x? 8x. A. Simplify this algebraically. This again is the sum or difference formula. This is my u and this is my v. So it's the sine of u, cosine of v. The sign is negative, it stays negative here. The cosine of u, sine of v. Now, what out of here do we have values for? Well, I know what the cosine at pi is. At pi, my cosine is negative 1. So now I have negative 1 times the sine of x. Minus, I know what sine is at pi. Sine at pi is 0, and 0 times the cosine of x is 0. So my answer is negative sine of x for B. Using the law of sines, okay, so it's already giving you the hint. Remember, with the law of sines, we're looking for our match. So we're given the angle, 53 degrees, B is 80 degrees, the sine is 6.1, and we're asked to find angle B. So the side of A to the sine of A equals the side of B to the sine of angle 80, or B. And then we cross multiply. So 6.1 times the sine of angle 80 equals B times the sine of 53 degrees. I want to get B by itself, so I have to divide both sides by the sine of 53 degrees. And when I punch that into your calculator, again, make sure you're in degree mode, I get D. The law of sines again. This time we are not given our triangle, so if this is A, B, C, 15 degrees is angle A, B is 11, side A is 9, and it says to find the value of C. So we have to do a little bit of work here. First of all, I have my match here and almost my match here. This will help me then to find C in a bit. So the first thing I have to do is find the angle of angle B. So when I do this and cross multiply, 11 sine of 15 degrees equals 9 times the sine of angle B. Divide both sides by 9, and remember, when you're doing this on your calculator, not only do you want to be in degree mode, but I have 11 times the sine of 15, then divided by 9, and that doesn't make sense. But remember, you're getting the theta, or the inverse. So now you have to take the inverse of your answer of sine, and that will give you your degree, 18.4. So now, if this is 18.4 degrees, angle C is 180, take away 15, take away 18.4, and this is 146.6 degrees. And now, I can find side C. So now I have to do the law of sines again. 9 is to the sine of 15, as C is to the sine of 146.6. And when you do that, you get B for one of your answers. 47 is using the law of cosines. A is 114 degrees, B is 9, C is 11. Well, if I'm given the angle of A, I'm going to be able to find the side of A first. So A squared equals 9 squared plus 11 squared minus 2 times 9 times 11 times the cosine of 114 degrees. All it's asking me to do is find angle A, so once I solve this, I get A for an answer. Number 9, again using the law of cosines, we're given side A, side B, side C, and they want us to find angle A. So again, there's my match, so 8 squared equals 9 squared plus 10 squared minus 2 times 9 times 10 times the cosine of angle A. And because you're finding an angle, at some point in time you have to use the inverse key on your calculator, and you should end up with A. And then number 50, this is the area formula. We didn't get to this, so go ahead and cross that out. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of some explanations on this review packet, and you'll feel confident for the final test on Thursday and Friday.